Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everybody, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV. This is the after show for Chasing Life. We're already at episode 20.
No! So close to the end.
No news is good news, you guys.
That's true. Yes.
So welcome everybody. If you are listening to us on iTunes or SoundCloud, make sure to rate us 5 stars. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe at AfterBuzz TV. Yay! Yay! So, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yay. And you're the only one who dressed up for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I say happy Tuesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh gosh.
Yay. I'm like a little leprechaun.
I only knew that because everybody was like sending pictures of green beer around work.
We're
like,
too
guess
old.
what?
We are too old for that now.
I'm like, what? What is this? Going out on a Tuesday? Who does that?
Who goes out on a Tuesday
Actually,
anymore?
I was just saying that earlier. I
Kristin's like, I'm going out later today.
Oh, what are you talking about? I got my green beer ready at home and
Oh
brewing.
gosh, I got my bed ready.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about last night's episode because we kind of had some big movements happen in this show. First off, Raquel has been named editor-in-chief.
Called it.
We
We
that.
She deserves it, though.
She deserves it. She's very good at her job. She's very dedicated, as we found out last night, which we already knew. But I think it was her time. You know, I think she should have gotten it last time it was at grabs.
Other boss.
He shouldn't. He was not
Wait,
qualified.
how many bosses are they going to go through?
Right?
Yeah,
I think Raquel is
4
it.
months. Yeah.
I think Raquel is
Raquel
it.
needs to be it.
Yeah.
Glass ceiling will break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, she kind of tells this little story. I don't even know if you call it a story. Like in the meeting about, you know, like you need to work harder. You need to work better. Like
Twitter.
You need to do Twitter and get your stories out faster than you've ever done them before because we need to be #1, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's
Which
the
is all
future.
true.
All true. Which I was like, yeah, well, duh.
Yeah.
Why haven't they been doing this?
Yeah.
No wonder there have been 3 bosses.
I know.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, where were you guys all at
Like,
before?
I was like, you weren't on Twitter?
Yeah,
Oh, right?
exactly.
Where were you posting your stories? I don't understand.
Speaking of which, we didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh.
Heather, introduce yourself and let everybody know where you can find you.
I'm Heather Cruz. You can find me on Twitter at Heather_Cruz.
I'm Kristin Strange, and you can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange.
And I'm Heather Joy Smith, and you can find me on Twitter at Heather Joy Smith. Yay!
Hashtag. What is it?
ABTV Chasing Life. Yeah,
Glad
it's
you
a
guys
long one.
remembered.
I hashtagged us last night and a whole bunch of other things because I tweeted one tweet about the whole episode, which was about the nail salon. With,
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I wrote down that was
And
in
Aisha,
big-
how do you pronounce her name? Aisha?
Aisha,
Beth.
yeah,
She favorited it.
Shut
I
up,
was like,
that's so awesome.
She loves me.
That was so cute.
I was excited.
That was like the funniest.
I know.
Out of
The
The whole
season.
season.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen on my TV.
It made me love Leo even more.
I know.
The fact that he went,
I know.
did that for Beth, who's not even his
And
girlfriend.
April.
And April. I
He
mean,
didn't have anything better to do.
let's
That is
get
very
real.
true.
He
That's
really
true.
doesn't, and he probably enjoyed it. But it was still sweet. Also happening this episode, big changes in Greer's life.
Yeah.
You know, her parents are now getting a divorce. Her dad is
Good.
moving to good.
Yeah, right.
Her dad's moving to Nantucket. Her mom's going to stay there.
How far is Nantucket from Boston?
I didn't think it was that far.
It's
thought it
probably not that far,
was.
but it's probably like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And like
Okay.
teenagers,
That's true.
not...
It's probably far enough that you're not going to like go to the same
Right,
school.
yeah, or like see each
I
other
was
on
Each other on a
wondering.
daily basis. Yeah.
I was very confused. I'm not very geographical.
No.
Yeah, I've
I don't
never
know
been in that
anything on the East
area.
Coast. I've been there, but I don't know like the whole like East
like-
Coast geographics.
It's way over on that side of the country.
Way over.
Yeah.
Not on the Best Coast.
No.
Just kidding, guys.
It's true.
I love you, East Coasters.
I'm from the East Coast.
You are?
That's true.
Where are you from?
Florida.
Oh.
That's not really the East Coast. I mean, it is
It's like
the East Coast.
South.
It's like East Coast, Florida.
Exactly.
Oh, will it help if I told you I was born in Connecticut?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, see? There you go.
All right. You get your East Coast cred back. West Coast girls for life. Woo! Anyways.
Whatever.
California girls.
California girls for life. It's a rarity, you know?
I
No.
want to be a California girl.
You are now.
You are now.
Back on topic.
Back on topic of where Greer's gonna. So I thought it was very sweet at first for Brenna to, want to invite her to live in their house for the next year and a half. She went to Sara, asked her mom, "Can she move in here?" And then she did a whole 180.
It was the best thing.
Yeah, it's because
I
she
know,
knows how
but-
much Brenna wants to, she needs that extra year and a half with her parents.
True.
And that's
She does.
important. You need those years.
Yeah.
Because she's never going to have it back again.
And she really doesn't want to live with her
Yeah.
mom. She wants to live with her dad, which is.
And it could be
they're
a really
separated.
good chance for her to get a relationship with her dad.
Exactly.
Since
Because
she's
she
never
needs
had
at least one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while this was going on, I'm thinking, well, is this the last time we're going to see Greer?
Right?
Is she done?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
She
no
has
way.
been kind of in and out, so I feel like it'll just continue to be kind of like an in and out thing.
We said it's only an hour away. There's weekends.
Yeah.
There's
True.
spring break and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I have a sidebar for the whole Greer
Okay.
Brenna situation. They're back together,
Yes.
as we found out, and they're just bippity-boppiting down the stairs.
Right.
Oh, so cute. Let's go to school. Let's kiss. I'm like, okay, you guys are in high school. And the mom's like, oh,
I know, they're living
Yeah.
together.
They're living together in high school.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
parent
I was
is
like,
okay with
this
this.
is a strange situation.
yeah. I'm like, when I was in high school, I didn't kiss boys in front of my parents.
No,
and
or
have
have
them move in,
sleepovers.
or
I
have
just do that now, and I'm
Yeah.
24.
I'm almost married and I don't do that.
Exactly. I thought it was really odd.
I thought it was
I'm like,
super
my parents
strange.
are around, don't touch me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit on the other side of the table.
You go way over there.
I mean, let's just get real here. Is it because it's two girls? Is it less of a dramatic
I think-
situation? Because
I think they're
Maybe.
just used to it now, and
Yeah.
I
I just don't know if any parent could get used to their high school.
Sarah's not a real parent. She's like a therapist.
She's
therapist.
more like
She's extra understanding.
yes. So I don't know. Well,
yeah,
and
I
she's
just
seeing
don't know.
Leo and April
Yeah.
kissing and stuff.
But Leo
They
and
are-
April are in their 20s.
Yeah.
That's
We
so
we all
different.
just said that we don't do it in front of our parents still.
Yeah.
But I certainly wouldn't have done it in high school.
No way.
Like,
You know what though? You're stupider then, so maybe you would.
but Sarah's not.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I was so dumb in high school. So I would have been like, ah, ha, ha. I mean, I wouldn't have, but if I had been a normal teenager who brought boys around my parents, which I didn't for good reason, then I would have done that stuff because it's oh whatever. But now it's now
But I just think
they
it's
expect
so-
things, so I don't know.
I just think it's my sister brought her boyfriends home and they kiss whatever, but it was never we woke up together after sleeping together.
To be fair,
and-
I think Greer is sleeping on the couch. So
I didn't see any evidence of that.
I think she said last episode that she was sleeping on the couch.
She wants to
Either
sleep on the
'cause
couch
way.
for the next year and a
I
half.
know, right?
I know.
I don't think that Sarah is letting them sleep in the same bed.
I sure hope not.
Yeah, right.
But I think obviously she has to go upstairs to brush her teeth and stuff and
Yeah.
take a shower.
I
or
just
whatever.
thought it was strange.
Yeah, I definitely am with you on that one. I
are
thought about that.
the cutest couple.
Oh, yeah.
totally are. They're so cute. Love them.
Yeah.
Want them to be together. But
Maybe
it's
they'll,
just
I
awkward.
think they need to grow up.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
that messaged me on Twitter and was all upset. Why don't you want them to be together? I'm not against Brenna and Greer. I'm not. I just
Yeah, a
need-
lot of people think that we're against this, and we're
It's
not against
I
it
just
at
feel
all.
okay, Brenna and Greer are so young, and they'll learn this in their life. But, they need to grow up a little bit first.
I feel like if Greer was a guy, then people would have more of an issue with the fact that he's staying at
That's what I
their
was saying.
house.
Because
True.
it's two girls, it's a
Yeah.
little different.
Yeah, if it was a guy, that would have brought up
Because
what?
there's
He's
all-
living there,
Guys and girls bring all kinds of different
Yeah.
drama, as Brenna has already experienced
Yeah.
in her life.
Let's talk about another drama couple.
Oh, yeah.
Who are hooking up as well.
Oh, God.
Natalie and Dominic.
Well,
Love
we predicted correct.
Yeah.
April found out, and April was pissed.
They're a cute couple, though.
They are, kind of.
Okay.
I thought you were team
How
Natalie.
How cute was he when he was like, "Let me practice," and he gets up and he's naked.
That was horrible. Who does that?
I was like,
stop.
I mean,
I thought it was adorable.
He's hot though.
I mean, yeah, he is.
But I thought Natalie was a little like off base to do what she
absolutely
did to April. It was not the right situation. That was not the right conversation. I think things were said that should not have been said.
Where she confronted her about it?
Yes.
I think
she was very immature.
I think
very immature.
I think she should have been more understanding to April's feelings.
Agreed.
But I mean, she had to expect that. Did she think that April was just going to be like, oh, let me hug you guys. I'm giving you my blessing.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, that wasn't going to happen.
But I think her wording could have been different.
Worst line, I'm not going to lose another man to you.
Oh my gosh,
please,
right. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I was like
that is completely different.
I think she should have been more understanding and been like, look, I get that you're upset, but hopefully you can come around to the idea of us. Be mature about it, Natalie.
Yeah,
you're
she
an
was
adult.
not mature at all.
No.
And it just makes me think that
April was not either, but...
No, but April had a little bit of a point. It is weird.
It is.
It is extremely strange, and, you know...
It's going to take adjusting.
Yeah, and she was caught off guard, too. So if you're just kind of, like, thrown something, you don't have time really to react, you know, to something like that.
I just feel like Natalie's throwing everything that she had worked for this whole time. She's been there away. Like, I want to get close to my half-sisters. I want to start a new life out here. And then what's she going to do? She's going to ruin it over a guy she just met? Like, that is so stupid. Like, when the Dominic's gone, because they're getting married, your sister is still going to be there, you know?
Yeah.
And they may or may not recover from that, or at least it could take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This is going to be interesting next episode because it's going to be our finale episode. And I really don't want to end this season on, like, that note where, like, they hate each other almost. Like, I don't... Yeah. I mean, I guess...
Or her pulling out as, like, a donor because their relationship goes south.
Speaking of, okay, there was a real quick scene in there that was just kind of, like, thrown in.
I have a prediction about that.
Okay. With... Brenna is brought in by the doctor and told she's a match for somebody. Doesn't know who. It's anonymous. Do you want to say your prediction?
I'll say it in predictions. Okay. Because I never have anything else.
Okay.
That was interesting as well. This whole new little storyline is interesting.
Yeah. So we'll get into that later, but I just wanted to throw that out really quick because we were there. But let's talk also about Sara and Natalie, because Sara, as we know, was cleaning out Thomas's storage locker and came across some of his books.
Wait, by the way, when she was deciding whether she was going to do it or not, I love the grandma. She's like, I know. You're going to find another family?
That was so
How would it be? That's
great. Way to be supportive in my time of need.
Yeah. I thought it was great, and she's completely right. Like, first of all, he's dead. Second of all, you've already found out the worst possible thing ever. What else could there be?
Yeah, like, as much as a therapist as Sara is, her mom is not.
I know.
So it's like a great dynamic.
Truthful. She's so truthful.
She is, and I love kind of how they play off of each other because she is very truthful, and Sarah's just kind of like, oh, yeah, maybe you are right. Yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking this whole storage thing.
She overthinks everything.
Yes. Yeah. So she goes down there, she cleans it out, finds some stuff, and Natalie, she ends up inviting down there to come look at the stuff, see if there's anything that she wants.
Which was a good gesture, I thought, because it was
very nice.
It was, their stuff.
And I think that she had to imagine that, like, Natalie, I don't know. I think that Sara played it off very well when she finally came around to it, because, of course, Natalie's going to be a little, like, hostile when she comes to see the stuff from her dead father that she didn't get to know because of Sara. So it's like, I get her being kind of hostile, and when Sara was like kind of like whatever, but then she turned around, so I was really happy when she kind of turned around and was like, I just thought you might need somebody. And I was like, she's such a therapist. And then Natalie said, like, oh, when Brenna says having a therapist for a mom is different, I was like, you're such a therapist. And she plays a therapist so well. Like, I believe that I feel like that's who she is in real life. And I want to meet her because I'd be weird to see if she was
My mom wants us to meet her because apparently she watched her on Days of Our Lives.
Oh.
And she we're doing this whole thing. We got to meet, Italia. And she's like, are you going to get to meet Sara? Are you good? Because she tunes in, to the show and everything. She's like, I've watched her since blah, blah, blah.
She's incredible.
I was watching another show the other day that she was in, and now I'm totally drawing a blank what it was, but I instantly messaged Michelle, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the mom from Chasing Life.
I saw Leo in another show today.
You did?
In Parenthood.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, he's in season 2.
I stopped watching that at season 1. Clearly, I shouldn't have stopped.
Yeah. He's not a very good character. His hair's all long and he's grungy.
Whatever,
and he does drugs,
I like him like that.
And then he crashes a car.
I like him like that. Whatever.
You just like him in general.
It's true.
So also Sara and George.
Oh gosh, I did not see that coming.
Really excited for a second.
I know.
Funny how it's a different love triangle than we had imagined.
I know,
Totally
right?
different.
I was literally thinking that. I was like, well, we thought we were going to be a
on the right
triangle.
track.
Yeah.
That was so unexpected.
I
You know
just
what,
really
though?
felt for her.
When she saw him, I was like, oh, he's gonna. When she turned around and was like, oh, I see him, and her face lit up like and then I was like, he's gonna kiss someone. Someone's gonna come out.
Yep,
So I was like, of course.
It was one of those scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was very odd, though? I don't know if you guys caught this. When she was checking in and the guy said, oh, are you speaking on the panel or whatever? She's like, no, I'm here to see my brother-in-law. I thought that was a very odd term to use. Which
Not friend.
He is your brother-in-law. But first of all, Thomas is dead now.
Yeah.
And you and
Kissed
George
him. Had a
have taken it
relationship.
to another level. So that's
he's
they're
most
not.
recently your ex-boyfriend.
Exactly.
So maybe we should
But
be
you
his
don't want
friends.
to say that
Yeah,
to the
no,
bellhop.
but you
say
said
your
your
friend.
friend. I thought it
Or
was
like-
a very odd term.
A family member.
Yeah.
Or I'm here to see.
But okay. In her defense, though, I mean, for the majority of the time that they've known each other, he's been her brother-in-law.
Yeah,
True, but at some point when you're making out with the guy, he's
Not
needs
your
to be
just
something
your brother-in-law.
else. Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, it still is.
I mean, technically, he could be her brother-in-law and her husband.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Wait, are we sure this is set in Boston and not Georgia?
Oh my god, I was gonna say something. I'm glad I just filtered myself.
Don't do it. Okay.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
So yeah, I mean, George has a new little love flame, and
She was pretty.
she was.
I don't like her.
Well, of course we don't like her. We like
All right.
Sarah.
I saw the side of her face,
You
but
saw
I don't
half
like
of her
it.
face, yeah.
I
And you
don't like her.
I mean, I'm kind of with you on that because I do want George and Sara to get back together. I'm curious, how long he's been in San Francisco, because if it's only been a month, that's really fast to get
I feel
a
like
new
it's probably
girlfriend.
a couple months,
Yeah.
2 or 3. I mean, maybe, and they're just kissed. It's not like we saw him proposing. So
I mean, he
That's
could.
true. And it's only been a few months. How serious could they be?
yeah,
Exactly. They need to break up then.
Yes, seriously.
we can work on that next.
Maybe next episode.
I feel like
he's
she's
gonna
gonna confront him. We're gonna have
I have a prediction about that. I will
for
wait.
you, but yeah.
Okay. Let me look really quick here and make sure we covered everything really quickly.
Your notes are so neat.
I know. They're all typed and everything.
Yeah, and
Go,
there's
Heather.
bold headlines.
Yes, my
She's
notes
got
are really
this.
good. I typed them last night as I'm watching. I think that's pretty much it. Last
Predictions.
Well, April's
Hamburg.
cancer
Okay.
is possibly back.
So here's
Should we
okay.
get into predictions?
Yeah,
Let's
can we
get
do
into some predictions.
You're starting.
I will.
And now,
I have a couple
your
predictions.
AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Okay, Kristin.
So as far as Brenna's, so the new person for Brenna, I think it could be one of 2 people. I think it could either be Julian, because they said it was someone under 18,
Oh,
right?
did they?
Yeah, I believe
I
that
didn't
they
catch
said
that.
they're
He's
looking.
a little young for her.
No, for her
No,
cancer.
for the oh, what?
Oh my god.
Not for a
I'm
relationship.
sorry, you guys. I was like,
what does
first of
that have
all,
to
she's
do
a
with
lesbian, and second of all,
Well, actually,
he's 4 years younger.
To be fair, she doesn't like labels, so she's not a lesbian.
Yeah, she's bi-curious.
She's
Okay, there we go.
yeah.
She likes
Curious.
everybody.
She does.
But I think that it could be Julian, or I think it could be another girl that could become a love interest because she gets invested in it.
Oh.
And then I feel like April won't like that just because she knows how hard it is to have cancer and like be with someone who has cancer and how much stress, and she doesn't want her sister to go through that. So that's what I was thinking about last night. I literally was going through this in my head. And then for April's cancer, you know how we see her say, you could have 2 to 6 weeks to live or something like that. I think that it's like going to be a conversation where it's like, worst case scenario is you have 2 to 6 weeks to live. Best case scenario is we get it with this and blah, 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 blah. So
when did she say 2 to 6 weeks? Did I
in the promo. Sorry, in the promo.
Oh, I didn't see the promo.
Yes.
I didn't either.
In the promo, we see her like, she's like, okay, I'll just explain the promo then.
Yeah, please do.
So the promo, we see like April like smashing things, and she's mad at Dr. Hamburg because a couple weeks we saw her tell her that she was okay. And she mixed something up and she made a mistake. So Dr. Hamburg is the reason that April didn't know her cancer was coming back. And so we see like a clip of Dr. Hamburg say, you have 2 to 6 weeks to live. And April like freaks out, but I feel like that's her explaining like, look, this is the situation, worst case scenario. So I don't feel like I don't feel like she's telling her like, you have 2 to 6 weeks to live. But then I think Leo's gonna die because I think it's gonna be like this strange twist of events, like in
you think he's gonna die
The Fault
next
Within Our
episode?
Yeah, like The Fault Within Our Stars, or The Fault in Our Stars. Have you seen that movie?
No. We are not.
We're not very good today.
So in that movie, like, you think that the girl's gonna die,
but he dies.
But her boyfriend dies.
I was gonna watch it.
Was he
eventually?
sick?
Yeah, well, he's had cancer too,
okay.
but he was in remission for a really long time, and then by the time he found it, he died. Like, it was just like done, and he just like passed out one day and died. And like, so it was like this. They threw you like a curveball. You thought that she was gonna die and like leave him, and he died and left her. And I kind of feel like that's what's gonna happen with this.
Wow, that's deep.
Anyways, anyone else have any predictions?
Wow.
Oh, and I think that George and Sarah are gonna have like a big confrontation, and it's gonna be like him going, well, I still love you.
I'll stem off that because I don't think that they're gonna have this huge like argument thing. I think that George is gonna come back because of April's situation.
Yes.
And it's gonna be a really emotional. No, I mean not so much awkward. I mean they're still family, and he was there the whole time, and he was there from the beginning. And so when they get the news that it's back, like he's just gonna come to the rescue and be the knight in shining armor, and then to be there for Sarah, and she's gonna fall apart, and then I saw you with another woman, but you're the love of my life.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've role played today.
That was very good.
I'm sad.
Anyway, I don't think it's gonna be some angry thing. I think everybody's gonna be preoccupied. It's gonna be an emotional thing.
All right, I'm gonna go off of both yours. I like the Julian situation because he's kind of been one of those characters that kind of comes in and out. And so I'm wondering now if this is the reason why he's come in and out.
Exactly.
Is for a reason, which I love Julian.
He's adorable.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
We should get him on the show next season if he's around.
We'll try. And so I think that would be really awesome if she could be the match for him and help him. And then as far as April's cancer is concerned, I think it will be the reason why George ends up coming back here. And
I didn't think about that. That's smart.
Yeah, I think him and Sarah will end up rekindling their romance because of the whole situation. I feel like now that I'm thinking about this, if Brenna is a match for somebody and she decides to go through that process, I think Greer will end up coming back and visiting more often to be there for her. But that's the only reason why I can think that Greer would come back, really, at this point.
I'm going to tell you a very interesting prediction. I didn't see the promo, so the first thing that came to my mind when that last scene and she's, papers dropping and everything, I thought that maybe Brenna had cancer. Like, they've been doing testing, and Brenna had cancer.
That would be rough.
That would be rough. That'd be a twist.
That would be. Whew.
But, I mean, I didn't see the promo,
And she has 2 to 6 weeks.
Yikes.
That could be a twist.
All right, everybody, tweet us your predictions and theories for next week because we only have 1 more week left.
I know. And then we don't know when it's coming back.
And we don't know. So hopefully
it is coming back though.
We haven't heard any other news.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I think I got picked up.
Oh, good.
Good.
Yay.
It's coming back. So tweet us your predictions and your thoughts using hashtag ABTV Chasing Life, and you can tweet all of us as well. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Tweet me, Heather_Cruz. You can find me Instagram, Heather Cruz.
You can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange and on Instagram at Kristin Aubrey Strange.
And you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Heather Joy Smith. Thanks everybody for watching.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.